you've got to realize that whatever you're doing, you're competing with somebody. What is it that gives you an advantage over your competition? Whatever you're good at, try to be great at it. And if you're great at it, good things will happen.
Maverick Podcast.
I'm far from average. That's why I had to come sit down and chop it up with DJ Maverick. They know my name from coast to coast and even in Dallas. I use my talent when I'm faced with a challenge. Gratitude strength is my magnet. Close your eyes and imagine. If you can see it in your mind, then you can have it.
Maverick Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. This is the Maverick Podcast. I am your host, DJ Maverick. Today, we have another special episode for you guys. We have the one and only Bindu and Venkat from the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Center. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Maverick. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Very excited. Before we start with everything, for the 1% of the people out there that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll start with you, Bindu.
I have originally, I was from India, and I came here in the United States in 2006. And I was very much looking for some sort of truth and spiritual understanding to have. I had lots of questions in my mind. Mm-hmm. And then I luckily found this meditation, which kind of not only gave me power, but also gave me lots of answers to all the questions that I have been seeking for. And so now I'm also a practitioner. I'm teaching meditation, Raj Yoga meditation, and I'm also taking care of the meditation center at Oklahoma City.
Okay, perfect. How about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Venkatesh, and by profession, I'm an IT professional, and I came to United States in 2015, and before that, I was just seeking a lot of things. I've been to various places just in search of meditation. I've been trying many things, and once I came to this Raj Yoga meditation, then it seems to be like a simple thing, but it has answers to all my questions, what I have, what I was seeking for, and then from there, the journey began.
Got it. So let's maybe start off with the meditation center. Did you guys start going first as guests and then became more immersed, or how did that journey begin?
Yeah, when I came to know that there was a meditation center in Oklahoma City, I started going there and I started learning the meditation. And as I went more and more into it, I started understanding that it was so helpful and powerful for myself. So I wanted to bring this out for all the other people who are unknown to this, that there is so much that they can get from their own themselves, which is so powerful. We don't really have to look for anything on the outside, but all the answers and all the power is within. So that was something that I wanted others to know and receive. And so that is how I, started.
Maybe at times it might be intimidating to get into meditation. Mm-hmm. There are some applications and stuff, technologies maybe helping a little bit with that.
People think that meditation is a very tedious process, whereas meditation is truly a right awareness that you carry within yourself. And it necessarily doesn't mean that you have to sit in a particular posture or chant some mantras and all that. It's just getting aligned to who you truly are and live that way. It's the right way of living that you just need to be aware of so that you don't fall into problems and situations. Problems and situations will definitely come, but how to remain stable in those situations is actually being meditative.
So perhaps tell me about your first experience with meditation. What was that like for you?
Yeah, so as I, went into meditation, really I was not looking for meditation, but it came as a knowledge. I came across a television channel in which some aspect of this meditation was being talked about. Mm-hmm. So it interested me, and then as I started doing it myself, I felt it was so blissful to be connected to who you are. That was a memorable experience, Mm-hmm. It was like, I've never done this before and I've never felt like this before.
Yeah.
It was very, very, powerful.
I like that. What about your first experience? Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it's very interesting because there is something called a bench in IT. Bench means you don't have a project. You're just waiting. So I don't know what to do. I just want to pass my time. So I went to this meditation center, and the best part is it is free. They don't charge you anything. So that interests me. Okay, I don't have to pay anything. So let me try. So I went inside, and then they said it's called a 7-day course. But even though it's 7-day course, it's more in, it does a lot of things. So it took slow, and I went for about 15 days to complete the initial beginner's course. And I was told, if you want, you can meditate at 6:30 to 7:30, which is already for those who are already students there. I said, okay, let me try and sit. So I went and sat, and nothing, no instructions, nothing, just silence, music, that's all. But I think it's because of the atmosphere in the room. Everyone is meditating next to you, and you go and sit there, and there is that, feel. So naturally, I was drifted to meditation.
It's complete silence, and you have to really focus. Is that the case?
Yeah, initially people find it a little difficult because the mind is always running like a horse. So if a horse has to suddenly come to a stop, it will act. It is not going to be that easy. So what we teach is not that you forcefully silence your mind, but you kind of understand your mind. You make your mind your friend, and you use the mind in the best way. It is like making someone, someone, and then you learn the tactics to, discipline it the way you would like it. So your mind becomes your friend. Yeah, you try to align the mind in the right way rather than the mind taking you in a certain way. You start having control of the mind.
Okay. You mentioned earlier the Raj Yoga. Is that the main technique that is utilized, or are there other techniques that are utilized there at the center?
It's more of connecting to your true self. And from that point, you try to understand your consciousness, your vision, your attitude, your vibrations. Everything comes from that perspective of who you are. Because usually when we say, oh, I am so and so, this is my profession, this is my nationality and all, we always say my name, my nationality, my profession, etc., etc.
Sure.
And we think that we are introducing ourselves, but we're not really introducing ourselves. We're introducing everything that connects to us.
Yeah.
So then who am I? This is a very important question, which even many people who have done lots of research and who have gone, to high levels in various other streams still don't know who they are. And this one question, if answered and if we can connect to, is power.
Okay. So tell me, what's the difference between the Raj Yoga and then just the normal yoga that people may be familiar with?
Yeah. There are many types of different techniques. Some involve chanting, some involve like mantras and breathing techniques or asanas and all. But in Raj Yoga meditation, and in every meditation technique, it involves a focus and a concentration. So either you're focusing on your breathing or you're focusing on some other particular object outside. So main thing is when you're focusing on something, then you are actually taking your mind away from all the other things that was bothering you during the day. But in Raj Yoga meditation, you're actually focusing on yourself. So for that reason, you need to know who you truly are. And when the focus is on the self, you are more, the word extroverted and introverted has a different meaning in Raj Yoga. When you say you're introverted, you mean you are connected to your true self.
Interesting.
Yeah. So otherwise the wandering mind actually depletes our energy. So when we are connected to ourselves and then, we do everything that we have to do in our daily life, then, we actually empower ourselves. We recharge ourselves rather than deplete our energy.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about Brahma Kumaris. What is that, and why is the center named after that?
Yeah, so Brahma Kumaris, the name came from one of our founders, which is, he was actually given the name Brahma. It was a spiritual name that was given to him when he was spiritually enlightened. And this movement was to bring about spiritual awareness in everyone and become powerful, knowledgeful, and powerful. and be able to achieve whatever you want in life.
Okay.
You know, otherwise peace and happiness and all seems very distant to people. People are so much stressed today, and they feel that it is just not possible.
Yeah.
So with the might of meditation and the light of knowledge, these two things coming together and the connection with the higher power, the supreme, this brought about such a transformation in any individual during that time when this whole organization was being formed. It didn't matter if someone was not having a degree or was not literate, you know, it didn't matter at all. But spirituality is a totally different thing. If you are, powerful in that way, anything is achievable. Women who had not even gone to school, they are leaders today.
Okay.
You know, so that's the difference. So Brahma Kumaris actually came from his name Brahma, and it means the sons and daughters of Brahma. Means we are actually following his footsteps of how he became so powerful. So we can achieve that same stage for ourselves, no matter what the situations we have to encounter in our lives.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the community there at the center here in Oklahoma. What's the community like?
We have people coming from all walks of life, be it whatever religion, race, nationality. There is no, restriction to anyone. Anyone is welcome to come.
Okay.
And we have people coming from all different religions and all. So what they experience here is that usually people look for meditation when there is some problem happening in their life.
Sure. Sometimes people forget to pray until something is going wrong in their life, and then they remember,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
One interesting student we had was a scientist, and he was very attracted, to this because he was researching on artificial intelligence on exactly the same topic.
Okay.
How can we bring consciousness to the computers? And he said, whatever knowledge I learned from this Raj Yoga meditation course just for 7 days was amazing and outstanding. And guess what? He took the same course twice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because he said it's helping me as a person. Second, it's helping him for the research that he's doing.
So if I were to ask you, hey, describe the community there at the center, how would you describe it?
Yeah, we are open and free, very welcoming, and we connect with each other, not just as a human, like, your degree, whatever maybe a doctor, lawyer, nothing. That's just the degree, but more than that is we are beings, spiritual beings.
Yeah.
We see that, and when we have that, we are removing the boundaries.
Different levels. Are there intro courses, or is everybody in the same level? Everybody just meets? There's certain times. What is that like?
Yeah, it starts with the beginner's course, and we just give basic things. We talk about the mind and our thoughts, and usually that's what people want to know, how to manage thoughts and, but with the 5 days foundation course that we give every month, and as I said, that our courses all over the world, it's all given free. We don't charge anything for any events or workshops or seminars or anything. It is upon them if they want to continue.
Okay.
Many people think that, okay, this was a foundation, so they didn't charge. Now, what is the hidden?
What's the catch?
After that. But then when we tell them, no, you can take this for your life, this will be free.
Okay.
Yes, donations are there, but that is voluntary. If anyone feels that their life has transformed and they would like to help the center to help others come and transform, then that is upon their will and wish. And that's how the centers run. But other than that, we don't charge anything. And so they can go into an intermediate course after that, in which we take them to a deeper level of understanding more about themselves, and then then we give them daily classes, because we are not like, we help them understand something, and then we leave them to themselves to fight the challenges of life. That cannot be successful. To be successful, you have to have a support every day. So what we do is we have daily morning classes, and in these morning classes, we give powerful spiritual tools. Things that, okay, if this challenge comes, or if what are we going to keep in an awareness, a powerful awareness for today, a powerful affirmation for today. And we discuss the details of it and how those things can be applied. So early in the morning, they do meditation. And then after that, we have the class right after that.
Okay.
When these two very powerful tools come to their early morning routine, then they go out to face the challenges, whether it is their family or their workplace, wherever they go, they have soaked with powerful tools early in the morning. And this is for there's no day off here.
Really?
Now,
So it's 7 days?
7 days,
Really?
every day.
Okay.
And now
365 days.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And people, if they cannot make it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we always, it's like, this becomes like the breath of your life, because you really need it. It's like nourishment for your life.
So when you don't go, you miss it. It's just a habit. Your day doesn't go the same, or what?
It could.
Yeah.
They realize that,
Yeah.
I wish I would have, listened to something in the morning. It can happen.
Yeah,
because
it's very true. It's like you're having a food every day, like early morning, but one day you miss. How would you feel? Just the breakfast.
Sure. Yeah.
There's an effect. And also, one of the things I remember for the daily class that we hear, I went to office, and then days are not the same. So boss said, "Hey, Venkat, come here. So this is the so-and-so last date for you." It was a surprise. And not just me, my teammate and another one. Yeah. Because we had attrition going on at that time. So we didn't know about it. And we just joined recently. We were doing an amazing job. So, and guess what? The morning, the tool I learned, and I took it with me, and I went and applied it. I mean, it's already there. I just listened to it.
Yeah.
It really, I felt very strong from within.
Okay.
And that other person was really it literally was in tears.
Wow.
I don't know what to do. But I was smiling, and people are asking, "Do you know that your job?
Did you hear the news?
Did you hear the news? Are you really clear?" I said yes.
Yeah. Many of the viewers of the podcast are entrepreneurs. So if you were to tailor just to them, how would you describe the meditation as having a positive impact in their life?
Yeah. Just today I was talking to someone about this, actually, that, just if I think about myself also, situations were quite intense at workplace. And there were times I would really go into stress because, I think any workplace nowadays is asking a lot from you.
Yeah, you're juggling multiple projects and then your family, everything, right?
Yes. Yeah. But then, the moment you start connecting with your true self, as I said, then you don't let go of your thoughts waste in a direction of waste or negative. You're very much aware of every thought that you create. Because of that, you conserve so much energy that you are able to do much more in a very less time. Okay. Because you're not losing energy. You may work from early morning till late night, but you will look fresh. So the thing is that you can do all the work you want to do and much more. But your mind and intellect will be acting in a very sharp way to where your every thought will be right, your every decision will be right, and there will be less to repent on. And because you're using your time in a worthwhile way, you feel that you are gaining more, and you feel happy every day. And even if there is any setback in your life, you also sail through it very smoothly.
Okay.
You know the secrets behind it. It doesn't let you down. You look for opportunities, you look for solutions rather than, thinking too much about it and draining yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you guys reached out, you also mentioned that it was important to maybe reach out to some of the Spanish-speaking viewers.
Yes.
There at the center, do you offer Spanish courses? Or
Yeah, actually, we do courses in different languages, and Spanish being one of the main languages other than English, we wanted to serve the Spanish population. And so we have someone who is Spanish,
Okay.
And so she gives courses in Spanish language, and we have an event coming up, and she's going to do a translation for that event as well. And so, yeah, definitely.
Perfect. That's a great segue. So tell me, there's an International Day of Peace,
Yes,
right? That's
yes,
coming up.
yeah.
Is that when the event is also occurring on that specific date, or is it the International Day of Peace? Is that another date?
No, the International Day of Peace is actually officially falling on the 21st of September.
Okay.
But because we have an international speaker from our organization who's coming that day, and she's actually been instrumental in transforming lives of millions of people.
Yeah.
And so because her date of coming was falling in September, and this is our third consecutive International Day of Peace event that we are going to host. So we thought that we can have it together where she can be the best person to be able to talk about peace within unlocking life solutions.
Okay. The person you're speaking is BK Shivani.
Yes.
So tell me about her for the viewers out there that maybe they're not familiar with her. Tell me a little bit about her.
Yeah. So she is also just like one of us, had taken the meditation course. And then she started, giving it on television.
Okay.
She started talking about happiness. She started talking about emotional intelligence. And then then she became so popular because her way of explaining, spirituality can be thought about as very complicated subject,
Yeah.
but she makes it so simple. She gives so many examples, life examples that people generally and in today's world go through, and how it can be very easily applied in life. We're not talking about sitting and meditating, but how we can really, understand ourselves and, understand our attitudes and our common ways of thinking that can take us in a different way
Yeah.
than a better way. So she makes it very simple, and because of her simplicity and easily able to understand what she offers, she has become so popular. She's all over YouTube, and
Yeah, I
she
saw several million followers on YouTube when I
Yes.
checked out her channel.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. She has about 6 million YouTube
Yeah,
followers
That's
and,
incredible.
and 7 billion views.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Is this the first time she's visiting Oklahoma? Do you guys
Yeah.
know? First
Yeah.
time?
For the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
This is her second USA tour, and the first time she's coming to Oklahoma.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell me about the special event, what day it is, when is it, where is it? Tell me about that.
Yeah. So this is actually on the 7th of September, and this will be the Rose State Performing Arts Center. And this will be between 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And it's
Okay.
a Saturday. So, and as I said, it's open for anyone to attend,
All ages.
all ages.
Yes.
Well, not little children. They need
Okay.
to sit and
Yeah,
listen.
yeah.
So
it might be difficult to sit for that long.
Yeah.
Right?
So what we are telling people is that if they some children can sit through, but if they cannot, and if they really want to come, then there are televisions outside the auditorium, and they can sit there and listen.
What would you say is the ideal ages for somebody to visit?
12 onwards.
Okay.
12 up. 12 and up. Yeah.
Okay.
But these days, kids are very mature. So I would say even 10 years kid is so
Okay.
mature. So
it just depends on the kid.
Yeah, it depends
right?
upon
Yeah.
the kid. Because
Okay.
I remember we give kids classes also.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember we were giving classes to 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds. And I can't believe, this 9-year-old girl, she was so mature.
Yeah.
Whatever you teach her, she would know. And the way she used to sit for conducted meditation, guided, very easy. It's different when it comes to children. We're not giving the level we give to adults. But they immediately started transforming at their level. That even if they have to face challenges at school, there are so many things like bullying and this and that children have to go through.
It's difficult to be a kid in today's modern times.
Yes.
I mean, you have not only in-person bullying, but maybe even online bullying as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that really changed them, and the parents were so much interested. So there are kids, they are different, some children can sit through and listen and take the, benefits of it. So we really didn't define an age when we were advertising for this, but the parents know their children, so
Okay.
it's upon them to.
Is there a cost involved? Do they have to get a ticket? How does it work?
Yeah, there is no cost involved. It's just an Eventbrite registration link that is there on the flyer. They just have to register themselves, and we really want them to register because otherwise we never know. People may show up and, you know. Then,
you want to have an idea of how many people are going to be attending,
yes, of
right?
course.
It's on Eventbrite, so they get the ticket, which is a barcode. So it's easy. So they just come, scan, and then go inside.
Okay. Is there a particular theme that Shivani is going to be speaking about, or what is the overall theme for that day?
Yeah, because it is the International Day of Peace event, we kept the theme as peace. So she's going to talk about peace within, unlocking life solutions, whatever problems and situations like stress, depression, anxiety, work-life imbalance, relationship struggles, and health issues. These are very common things that people are some way or the other, maybe all of it or some of it.
Yeah.
So she will be helping us understand how we can deal with all these situations from within.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear maybe from your personal experience the power of meditation. So I don't know if each of you have a story that you could share just to, maybe share what the power of meditation can be.
Yeah. So I just thought about, one time I had to travel from, I had to go for an international travel. And I was having some pain in the body. And usually I'm not the one who takes medications right away. I try to deal with, other home remedies and all. But this time this was not working and I had to really leave. It was excruciating pain. So I took a very over-the-counter pill, that would anyone would, take. So I also took that. But because I'm not too much into taking medications, I didn't know. After driving about 45 minutes or so, I started developing a rash, and the rash developed into more and more bigger rash, itching, and then I started feeling that my throat was swelling up, and I was going into an anaphylaxis. And this particular trip that I was going for was very important for me. It was I couldn't miss it, and so I was very determined that I was going for a spiritual retreat, which was very important for me. I thought that no matter what, I was so determined from inside. No matter what, I will go.
You were determined.
Yes, yeah. And so I started doing my meditation as I was driving. It was like a test for me because slowly and slowly my heart started palpitating. My eyes started swelling up. So I was driving from Oklahoma to Dallas because from Dallas I was going to get the flight. So it's 3 hours of drive. And without any medication, after about 2 hours, it started subsiding. Okay. When I went to my physician after I came back from my trip, she told me it was not possible because it was a big reaction that I was going through.
Wow.
And after some time, when I had similar reactions due to any medication, immediately they had to give me an antihistamine. But this was really because at that time I was all by myself and there was no help to come to me.
Yeah.
I could see the difference, So the soul has so much power that no matter what the situation, you have the power to overcome it.
Okay.
So it was a big thing for me at that time.
Yeah. How about yourself? Do you have an experience that you want to share?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I have many. What comes to my mind is, the first when I go to a meditation place, the thing is they have different vibrations. The energy there is so different. That's why it's easy to meditate in a meditation center. The best place to start is there, not at the house. Generally. So I used to go to the meditation center. Now it was a COVID time. Now we cannot go to the center. So what to do? So now I'm missing that feel. So I have to create that kind of atmosphere in the house. So what I did, I made one of the closets into meditation room.
Okay.
And I set up the atmosphere, like we have some lights and we have some pictures. Exactly, I set it up. And then I clean and everything. Then I started meditating. Guess what? I was able to create that kind of atmosphere.
So walk me through that. I'm not familiar. So a typical room, what are the requirements for it to be a good meditation room?
Yeah. One thing is not too many pictures, and subtle light. We use a little red light.
Okay.
And then we have a white curtain wherever you can. White is symbol for peace and purity. So that, and we have our picture, so we just hang the picture there, and it's nothing but just a light.
Okay.
Just a light, and it's like a trance light. And then it's behind there's a light, and then you sit, and then we have our meditation commentary that we have, so we just start doing that.
Is there music involved, or do you guys have a guide that you're listening to? How does it work?
Actually, truly speaking, for meditation, nothing is required.
Okay.
But for beginners, because, you can easily get distracted with this and that,
Sure.
we do put a gentle music.
Okay.
And initially, we do guide them. We do guided meditation. When they come to a point that they can do it themselves, then that is even more better. Because when you create your own thoughts in meditation, you get to feel the power from it more. But
Okay.
initially, even when it is guided meditation, because you're very new, your focus is more. So therefore, you're able to experience.
So is it difficult if you're at a center and you want to meditate? Is it difficult to get in that state? Do you have to go somewhere where it's super quiet, isolated, or what's been your experience?
The main thing is that which are like the people who come to meditate, we always tell them at home, create a corner of, if you have a room that is away from all the disturbance and the hustle and bustle, television and this and that, it's better because you build up your good vibrations in that, And so when you daily meditate in that place, otherwise there's no requirement as such, but if it is more simple, not too much stuff in the room, because otherwise it looks, it distracts your mind.
Yeah.
So the less things there and neat and clean. And if you can sit and, in a comfortable chair, or whatever position, there's no particular posture either.
Okay. So it's not like yoga. You don't have to get in
No,
a particular pose or anything.
No,
it's to do with your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Would you guys say that meditation can also help with maybe creativity or innovation? Have you found it to be the case?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it actually is emerging your skills.
Okay.
Because otherwise what happens is that when you're thinking of a lot of other things, then you lose out the opportunities of what comes from within. So when you are more with yourself, you are actually enhancing, you come to know more about yourself and many new things come through you.
Okay.
So it helps with your creativity. And especially the early morning meditation that we do, during that time it is very silent on the outside and the mind is also rested and silent on the inside. So during that time, many times you come up with new, what do you call?
Ideas.
Okay.
Ideas. And if there is a problem going on, there are solutions that pop up,
Yeah.
in the morning.
So do you find that many artists, entrepreneurs are gravitating towards meditation? What would you say is the makeup there?
I think meditation is in the air. And many are understanding that what they really need now is meditation and connecting with the peace within.
Okay.
And I think if we look at the world outside, we can see so many things happening. Today, maybe the day is good, but we're so uncertain about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we don't have to wait until tomorrow to come for us to know what to do and what not to do. But if we prepare ourselves now, then we will be prepared better when a situation comes tomorrow.
Okay.
So I think it is a need of the hour.
Yeah.
And many people are recognizing that.
And just to add to that, WHO has defined what is health. Initially, it was just physical body. Then they added physical and body and the mind.
Sure.
And now the latest definition is the mind, body, and the spirit
Okay.
or the soul.
Yeah, I think nowadays more people are starting to pick up on mental health and start to be more verbal about that.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys also help with, just the mental health?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that very rarely would there be someone who doesn't have any sort of anxiety or stress or anything. It's so common. So definitely this is something that people need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about from a leadership perspective? I'm thinking, many of the viewers are businessmen, they're entrepreneurs, artists, musicians. From a leadership perspective, can this also help them become better leaders?
Yes, it definitely can help
Absolutely.
them become leaders, because what happens usually is that we use power in an egoistic way. That is the way usually things happen.
Yeah.
We become very conscious of our role and the level we are, and we want people to listen to us, and so we kind of put some sort of a force, and we try to manage it that way, which actually drains the energy of the self and also creates not very good relationships. But when a person is able to manage the self, you're able to manage others.
Okay.
So otherwise the way of what people do is managing others and not managing the self.
Yeah.
What we really need is to become leaders of the self, manage the self, and then automatically it will naturally flow out. That love in the relationship, the peace in the relationship, it automatically come out.
How would you guys describe yourselves? Are you considered introverts, extroverts? How would you guys describe each other?
From a spiritual point of view, we are introverted,
Okay.
but extroverted as well, because we are constantly thinking about how to benefit the world.
And just to add to the earlier question, I think for the leadership, especially, where the decisions are made,
Yeah.
it's in the mind. And if you just go even deeper, it's just the thought. Everything is boiled down to one thing, thought.
Yeah.
Thought management is the key thing. So in meditation, Rajuga meditation, as she said, it's about the thoughts. And we have only one whole class on thoughts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be very beneficial to them, because that opens up a lot of things, because it's like an X-ray of your thoughts,
Yeah.
and it tells you what is happening within it.
When they think of meditation, what are some of those misconceptions that people may have?
Yeah, misconceptions like, oh, I have to, how many hours do I have to meditate? And, what do I have to give up? And what do I have to do?
Yeah.
And all those kind of things. So, the thing is that you just have to be yourself. That's all what you need to do.
Okay.
Just be yourself. And that is the only thing we need to learn. What
Okay.
is being yourself, Otherwise, people think, oh, do I have to bring something? Do I have to do something? Do I have to pay something? Do I have to? So there's nothing to worry about anything. You can still live. Or do I have to leave my family? Do I have to go to the forest and the mountains?
Yeah.
So those kind of things. You live your life the way you're living. Nothing changes. Only your consciousness changes.
Okay.
Only your understanding of yourself aligns with the truth, and that's all what changes, and that is what needs to be, and how that it helps, it benefits like that.
Yeah. Probably a question that I would have too is, what type of clothing, right? Do you just show up in your normal work attire? That would be probably a question that I would have.
Yeah. Casual clothes.
Okay.
We just, we recommend that if it is not, ladies and all are properly covered.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we don't want anyone to get distracted while meditating.
Yeah.
We just want that people should be comfortable. There's no particular color or clothes or anything,
Okay.
but just that they just can be decent.
So for this event coming up, they should just come casual, comfortable.
It's a formal event, so
Okay.
not that they need to come in a business attire,
Okay.
but they can, come properly dressed. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the founder or co-founder of the meditation center?
well. I would just say that I was a volunteer, and then I just took up the responsibility
Okay.
for Oklahoma. Otherwise, this is an international organization in all the continents and in more than 110 countries. The Brahma Kumaris has its centers all over the world.
So our headquarters for United States is in New York. So we directly report to New York, and
Okay.
And we also have an office at the United Nations.
Got it. Okay. So do you guys visit the other centers as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have our headquarters for the USA is in New York. So we go there quite often, and we visit other centers also when there are other, we're just like a family. Even the people who are coming to learn meditation, we are all one family. So like we have celebrations, we celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and other events. So, and then we go out and we play, and, so it's like understanding to be positive and powerful while doing anything and everything.
Okay.
So it's just that.
How many members would you say here in Oklahoma City? How many members do you have?
Oklahoma City is actually developing. We were not fully functional until 2021.
Okay.
So it's been a few, 3 years now. But other places have been there for many, many years. And so the family is growing up right now. Yeah.
All right. So if people are interested, is there a website? What's the easiest way to get involved?
Yeah. So we have our website, which is itstimetomeditate.us.
Okay.
We kept it like that so it is easy. To understand.
Yeah. And the two is the number two.
Is the number two.
Right? Yeah.
Number
I can see
two,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
But if they go with the TO also, they'll still get to it. If they visit our website, they will get to know all the different events and courses coming up.
Yeah.
And they can sign up. And if they subscribe to it, they will always get to know what's coming up. We have a WhatsApp group as well. And if they sign up for the WhatsApp group, they'll get daily thoughts, positive thoughts for the day. And then also, information about our upcoming events and other things. So those are the ways that they can connect. We have a Facebook page. We have Instagram, Twitter.
What are your thoughts on technology? Is there a balance? Is it a tool? How do you guys view technology?
Yeah, just to let you know. So because I'm from IT background, so we were Orkut, and then we switched to Facebook.
Okay.
And at that time, it was Instagram, newly coming. So Instagram is very challenging because you see a lot of very, very good pictures. So it's addictive. It's cool.
The algorithm figures it out, right?
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're just scrolling, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So with this meditation, so I learned to put full stop,
Okay.
not a comma. So I need to know where I put a stop or a pause, rather than a play. And what's happening is the scroll we scroll, then we are actually losing our energy. It's draining our energy without our knowing.
Okay.
So I know where to stop. So we use it just for the purpose. We go to Facebook, do what we have to do, scroll a little bit, okay, find it and come back. And next thing, a time watcher.
Okay.
And time watcher and energy watcher. I'm watching my energy, where it is going.
Okay.
And next, nowadays it's the shots. You can be an hours together, even standing, you don't even know. Shots are so addictive. So again, energy watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say same thing with TikTok, right? The algorithm figures out quickly what you're into, and before you know it, you spend several minutes just scrolling, right? Do you guys also use TikTok? Is that a platform that you guys use or no?
We are not on TikTok.
Okay.
Yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are just on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay. Is there a virtual component? Do you guys offer any classes virtually through the platforms?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think since COVID, we have started all our classes virtually as well.
Okay.
So in person and virtual, we always do both. Only sometimes if it is like we have a women's empowerment series that is coming up in this September. And those we want to have personal connection, so we can do it online as well. We're just starting with those series. And so we thought that we will experiment with those in person first and then go to a wider scale virtual later.
So being it's on Zoom, so we have even students from California, Seattle and other countries from Africa and India as well. So what we do, once we finish the course, we tell them to go to the nearest centers and then they can go and connect there,
Meditation, is it a daily thing? Is it several times a day? I'm curious about the frequency, how you have integrated that into your life.
Yeah, we start with early morning meditation. And after that, we have some pauses It can be 1 minute every hour to just center your mind and remind yourselves to connect with your, how, like it's like a checking and changing kind of a thing.
Okay.
We ask ourselves, how are you doing? And then if everything is okay, or if something is not okay, why is it not okay? Where is it coming from? Who's responsible for it? It's like having a connection with yourself. So we do that. We call it traffic control. It's the traffic of controls that you are trying to, navigate to have a better flow.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that every hour, 1 minute. We call it also a silence break.
Okay.
Then in the evening, we do about half an hour to 1 hour meditation, where we are not disconnected from everything else, and we take our time to go deeper into silence.
Mm-hmm.
And then before bedtime.
Okay.
So just easy to carry it out.
Okay.
And this thing she shared is a very, very powerful, the traffic control. And after taking this, the entrepreneurs, even the company, the managers, the CEO of the company, they started this in their offices. Can you
Okay.
imagine? It's hundreds of people, just nothing, a silence break, 1 minute. And that gives you to just sit, relax. The mind is relaxed for a minute. And then you approach your things. It's
Okay.
like a motor is continuously running, an engine is running. You need to pause it. Why? Pause to do more.
Yeah, absolutely. So 1 minute, and that is a good reset. Is that right?
Yeah, we play a
Yeah.
music. It automatically comes. It's programmed likewise.
Okay.
And so that's the way, like the corporate companies, in some places who have taken the course and who wanted to do this for their employees, because they could see more work productivity
Okay.
with meditation and that 1 minute of pause that they were taking every moment, because it was, as I said, it was recentering themselves
Yeah.
and recharging themselves. So it's a nice music that plays, and everyone knows, okay, meditation.
Okay.
Okay, 1 minute traffic control time.
And what's the frequency of the 1 minute? How often?
It can be every hour,
Every hour. Okay.
or it can be every 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty intense to me. I don't know. Is that difficult to do with our busy schedules and work and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that
we can go with
difficult?
3 hours.
Yeah.
If we're really busy with work, 3 hours is better. If you're at home doing nothing, 1 hour is good.
Yeah.
Your diet or anything like that, is that integrated with the meditation as well? Is that a program you offer as well or no?
Yes, we talk about vegetarian and food that is. We talk about non-violence.
Okay.
So to be in peace, we have to align with non-violence. So we encourage plant-based foods. Not completely. We're not really strict on, oh, you cannot drink milk or you cannot eat cheese or anything like that. We're not like that strict.
Yeah.
But anything that, you go to any meditation group, one of the things that they always talk about is, make your food more natural,
Okay.
plant-based and all that. Because otherwise, when you're eating that, you kind of absorb the vibrations that the animals go through. So it is kind of compassion. When we are talking about compassion, it starts from food has a big role to play for our minds, because it is said as you are what you eat.
Yeah.
It really has a big impact, but people don't realize. And it's not just about what you eat, but how you cook. What
Okay.
were your thoughts when you were cooking, when you were serving, and when you were eating it yourselves? It has so much of a subtle impact. People don't realize that, So when we go into all this understanding, that's how such a big transformation happens, because we're actually focusing on so many levels.
For me, it was like how to live each step. I learned from this Raj Yoga meditation.
Okay.
Even cooking, how to cook.
Okay.
In the sense, it's not just to take a carrot cut, but put it. It's not like a video show. There is something more to that.
Okay.
Yeah, be in the state, vibrations. Your vibrations go into the food. Why does a grandma food made by grandma is so tastier
Yeah.
than I would say even a mother or me?
Yeah.
Because it's not just that food; it's the energy. The
It's
grandma
made with love.
fills
right?
with love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Was it difficult to change your diet? I don't know. Were you guys, big meat eaters before or anything like that? Is it difficult? Was that your experience or no?
Yeah, I mean, I was not vegetarian.
Yeah.
There were phases in my life that I felt that I was confused whether if I wanted to be like this or not. But when I got the knowledge, because as I was a seeker, I wanted to know, the secrets that were there and I was not aware of. So when it came to me, for me, it was instant. I could give it up. I could bring that change immediately.
Okay.
Because it made sense. I was not doing it because I was told to do it, but it made logic. It
It
made
wasn't a
sense.
gradual change for you? It was just one day you
For
just
me,
switched? Or
for
what?
me, it was like that.
Wow.
But for everyone, it's different. We
Yeah.
don't force anyone that you need to change your diet or anything.
Okay.
People do according to their understanding and their.
So the
here-
diet isn't a requirement for the meditation?
It's not a requirement for meditation.
Okay.
It just can help you better, So it's just like a doctor can give you pills to have, exercise routines,
Yeah.
diet, and so many other things. You do whatever you can, and then you receive whatever benefit you get out of it.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you don't do it, you cannot come or you cannot do. It's not like that.
Okay. What about you? Was it difficult to change your diet or
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, it was a gradual thing.
okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, much before here, coming to Raj Yoga meditation, I already became a vegetarian and then I came here. And it was easy for me. So they said it was easy, just to start from there,
Okay.
to pick it up.
People think sometimes that vegetarian food doesn't taste good and all that.
Yeah. It's getting better. I mean, I'm impressed. Sometimes the vegetarian meals taste better almost than the
Yeah.
traditional because they can even make some traditional meals, but in a vegetarian way, right?
Yeah, if you add spices and if you you can play with it so well. There are so many. We have actually the Brahma Kumaris has a channel. It's called Yum Yum Yogi.
Okay.
And if you go to that, you'll find so many recipes that are really, and they always put a secret ingredient to it, and that ingredient is a very powerful thought. The
Okay.
vibrations of a very powerful thought that you can hold within yourself whilst you're cooking food.
Okay.
That adds to the taste. You may have the same ingredients, but when you meditate and cook, it always enhances the taste of it.
Okay.
So there's a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And in our website, we have one special page. It's called Food and Consciousness. And it talks a lot about the food, and there's some recipes. They're wonderful
Okay.
recipes.
It might be a fun offering. I don't know if you do it there at the meditation center or not, but maybe like a cooking class or
Yes,
something.
yes.
Have you done that before?
Yes, we have
Yeah.
done cooking classes, but it was not at our meditation center. We were invited to a yoga center and we did some demonstrations there. But we have that in our schedule, and many people would like to learn how to cook some different dishes than what they are really used to. So yes, we do offer cooking
Okay.
classes. Yeah.
Perfect. So tell me once again the name of the meditation center and then where is it located?
Yeah, it's called Brahma Kumaris Meditation Center, and it is located in Oklahoma City, Northwest 122nd Street, 7716 Northwest 122nd Street.
Okay.
So if you go to the website, the address is there, and we are offering free courses and really would like to invite everyone
Yeah.
for this coming event, because this is going to be so nice. There will be leaders from different, the community leaders are coming up, and there will be peace dance and peace song, and all of that is going to be really good.
And the name of the event is called It's Time with Shivani?
It's Time.
Is that the
It's
name?
Time. Yes, yes.
What is the meaning behind that? What does it mean? It's time.
Actually, we kept it like that for people to think what it means for them.
Okay. It definitely made me
It's
curious.
time.
It's time. I was like, okay, time for what? What is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's time for whatever you think it's time for.
Okay, perfect. Let's remind them once again. So
Yes.
September 7th, right?
September 7th.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Please register for the event, and we really welcome you all to come.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
it's at Rose State.
It's
correct?
at the Rose State Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you both for being on the podcast. I
Thank
enjoyed
you,
the
Maverick.
conversation.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
We
very much for
enjoyed it,
inviting
and
us
thank you
too.
for giving us this opportunity to share our
absolutely.
experiences and the event. Yes.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, another episode of the Maverick Podcast. In dreams, we trust.